So welcome guys to our YouTube channel. So in this channel we'll be teaching you basic concepts and easy techniques in subjects like maths and science that will immensely help you in academics. So the first chapter that we are going to teach is real numbers and specifically about integers. So real numbers are divided into two types, rational numbers and irrational numbers. And rational numbers are further divided into three types, integers, whole numbers and natural numbers. So natural numbers are also called as counting numbers, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Whole numbers are natural numbers including 0. Integers are whole numbers including negative numbers. So for today we are going to learn about integers. Before we move on to integers, the most important thing that we must know and understand is the order of operation. In mathematics and computer programming, the order of operations is a collection of rules that reflect conventions about which procedures to perform first in order to evaluate given mathematical operation. We know that there are four types of mathematical operation, that is addition, subtraction, division and multiplication. So in order to perform the mathematical operation, there is an acronym which is known as BODMAS. So BODMAS stands for brackets orders of division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. So we must evaluate the numbers that are enclosed by bracket first, followed by the numbers which have an exponent. Then we must perform the operation of division, followed by multiplication, then addition, and then at last subtraction. So before we start with integers, the first question we all must ask is, what are integers? An integer, from the Latin word integer meaning whole, is defined as a number that can be written without a fractional component.
Why all of these English words refer to in Latin?
Yes, it's a very good question. So Latin used to be the media of more advanced culture from which all Western Europe learned from, including England. So most of the words that we come across are derived from Latin. So did you understand?
Yes.
But who are you?
A subscriber?
Okay, that reminds me of something. Please subscribe to this channel. So let us continue. So an integer, from the Latin word integer meaning whole, is defined as a number that can be written without a fractional component. For example, 21, 4, 0 and minus 2048 are integers, while 9.75, where a number comes after a decimal point, 5.5, which has a fraction, and root 2 are not. This set of integers consists of 0, which is a neutral number, as I told you, the positive natural number, which is 1, 2, 3, etc. Which are also called whole numbers, and the additive inverses, that is the negative integers, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and etc. This set of integers is often denoted by the boldface Z or blackboard bold letter Z, standing originally for the German word Zahlen, which means numbers. The integers form the smallest group and the smallest ring containing the natural numbers. In algebraic number theory, the integers are sometimes qualified as rational integers to distinguish them from the more general algebraic integers. In fact, rational integers are algebraic integers that are also rational numbers. So as you can see in this slide we are going to show you the basic properties of integers. First, we start with the closure property. So let us take a and b, where both a and b are integers. So if you add a and b, the result will also be an integer. Also the same applies for multiplication. When you multiply a and b, the result will also be an integer. This is the closure property. When you add or multiply any two integers, the result will always be an integer. Next, we have the associative property. Change in its order in a bracket does not change the final answer. As you can see here, a plus open the bracket b plus c close the bracket is equal to open the bracket a plus b close the bracket plus c. So change in the position of the brackets does not change the final answer. The same applies for multiplication as well. When all the signs are multiplication, but if inside the bracket if we have to perform addition, then there is a property which is called distributive property. That is, a multiplied by open the bracket b plus c is equal to a multiplied by b plus a multiplied by c. Next, we have the commutative property, where change in its position does not change the final answer. That is, a plus b is also equal to b plus a. Same applies for multiplication. A multiplied by b is also equal to b multiplied by a. Any number added to 0, the final answer is the number itself, and any number multiplied by 1, the final product is the number itself. We'll be learning about additive inverse in the next slide. And there's another property called no zero divisors, in which if a multiplied by b is equal to 0, then a is equal to 0 or b is equal to 0 or both a and b are 0. So the next subtopic of integers is additive inverse. So what are additive inverse? In mathematics, the additive inverse of a number a is the number that when added to a yields 0. That is, the sum of a number and its additive inverse is always 0. The number is also known as the opposite number, sign change and negation. For a real number, it reverses its sign. That is, the additive inverse of a positive number is negative and the additive inverse of a negative number is positive. As you know, 0 is neither positive nor negative, hence 0 is the additive inverse of itself. I've shown two examples here. Additive inverse of 23 is minus 23 and additive inverse of minus 47 is 47. So the next topic is representation of integers in a number line. So in a number line there are three parts: the positive numbers, the negative numbers and 0, which is a neutral number. So always remember, the positive numbers are always placed on the right hand side and the negative numbers are always placed on the left hand side. So when you talk about integers, the first thing that you remember is the signs. We have the positive sign and the negative sign. In addition and subtraction of integers, we will learn how to add and subtract integers with the same sign and different sign. We can also make use of number line to add and subtract sign integers. There are certain rules for integers has to be followed to perform operations on them. We can also use a number line to add or subtract integers, but that will take a very long time. So there is a short method for this. Adding two positive integers results in positive integers, whereas adding two negative integers will result in the sum with a negative sign. But the addition of two different sign integers will result in subtraction only. As you can see in the next slide, a number positive multiplied by number positive will give you a positive number. A negative number multiplied by a negative number gives you a positive number. A positive number multiplied by a negative number gives you a negative number, and a negative number multiplied by a positive number gives you a negative number. One short method is, when the signs of the numbers are the same, we add, and when the signs of the numbers are different, we subtract. So let us take an example. 35 minus, open the bracket, minus 86, close the bracket. So since there are two negative signs colliding, and we know that minus into minus is equal to plus, so this can be simplified as 35 plus 86, which is equal to 121. We have another example, minus 47 plus 26. Since the signs are different, we subtract. So 47 minus 26 is equal to 21, and we take the sign of the greatest number. So the greatest number is 47 and it has a negative sign, so the answer will definitely be negative. So therefore minus 47 plus 26 is equal to minus 21. So the next topic is the application of integers. Why is integers very important in our day-to-day life? Integers are generally used to signify two contradicting situations. These are not just any numbers, they are numbers with signs. Positive numbers and negative numbers can have varying application. The most real application of integers is measuring the temperature. The positive and negative aspects of a temperature let us know, compare and measure the change in temperature. Apart from measuring temperature, integers are also used in credits and debits calculation by the banks. Integers help in quantifying things in a better way. So in integers we have a positive aspect and a negative aspect. So we have some examples. In distance we have forward, which is positive, backward, which is negative. In temperature we have above 0 degree, which is positive, below 0 degree, which is negative. In profit we have gain, which is positive, loss, which is negative. In vertical directions we have up, which is positive, down, which is negative. In bank accounts we have deposit, which is positive, withdrawal, which is negative. Acceleration, we accelerate, which is positive, and we decelerate, which is negative. The most important use of integers is the use of thermometer. The negative temperature shows coldness and the positive temperature shows heat. So we come to the end of the topic. Thank you for watching the video. Please like and subscribe and press the bell notification for the latest updates of our channel.
Edulan,
Yes.
because of you, I want to tell you that my son has passed the 10th standard. You will not believe it, but he has passed 10th standard.
Okay.
So I would like to give you a huge thanks and a new subscriber to your channel.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's just my duty.
Welcome, welcome.